Hi class, this is some feedback for your portfolio style guide. You've had a chance now to apply this, and it will be fun to see how close you were to your original idea. So, Catherine, beautiful, nice title there. Color schemes work well. It looks like you've actually got a couple of color schemes, so I guess these are your primary, and in some situations you might use this. Occasionally you can try something different, for different seasons or things like that. You won't want to get too far from your brand, but it's okay to start thinking a little bit about that kind of thing. I do love this. I love this. With this, the combinations are good and your layout is clean. I see a lot of images, logos for cameras. Too often they avoid being stylized. They look just like a camera, or they try to. And what they really want to go for is what you've done here. Something simple that gets the idea across, but that has a little bit of design and style to it. So these are all really good. It's fun to see how those things played out in your site. Nice icons. Okay. This little less related to your brand, it seems. These little artifacts that you're putting together, they seem to be very close to what your brand is, but okay. But you've got your tone, excellent job, and your certificate, good work. Okay, Tina. This was for Real Deal. Sometimes this happens. Students think that because they're on the Real Deal Taco that is the style guide for that. The style guide for this, per the instructions, was for your portfolio so that you would have that style guide to work from as you move forward, and to see how close you get to it, tweak it if you need to. But you have gotten the idea as far as the Real Deal. Okay. Okay. Fonts, I think they work, and you have your tone. You seem to understand that. So it was a good exercise for you. Okay, Kevin, nice, strong. These are great icons. This is not only laid out very well, it's a great combination that you have here. Okay, all good. And you have images to back up the colors that you're working for. Nice job. You have all of your borders selected. Good thinking. Okay. Tishan, nice, clean, orderly. Remember, you guys, you may not know this, but you can download the brand style guide for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. One of the things they say, you have to keep the shape, and between the icons, you have to have at least half of the icon space. And that's not something that you might have known, but for every brand that is out there, depending on how big it is, like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram is pretty big, you can find their style guide online. They want you to have it, all right? They limit the colors you can use, okay? Usually white, blue in their case, or black. Not sure you could use these colors, okay? Just something to think about as you move forward. Great learning project here for you. Interesting. You really like the red, and it's working. Very nice. I like this and your completion. All right, Jason. Okay. I think we just uploaded it. Needed to flip that around. Neutral, bright, emphasizing more on the product and less on the background. Nice colors. I like these. You do need to have the hexadecimal codes on those. Okay, Lindsay. Okay. Be fun to see how close this is when we look at your portfolio. Okay. Good. Okay, nice, beautiful. Good combinations. You have your hexadecimal. They seem to work together. Be mindful of this. Sometimes you can't do that. Okay, it looks great. And you could certainly use this for other things. And maybe you're free to use it. I'm afraid not, though. So take a look at that branding guide. Nice. Okay, Shane. Definitely have a style going here. Very energetic in everything you have here. Very sports-minded colors, bold and restful at the same time. Works well, and you've laid it out nicely. I do appreciate that. Okay, I hope that you'll be able to rely on that. All right. Okay. Colors in hexadecimals. All right. Okay. Yes. All right, good job. Okay. Lakeisha, we'll go back and get yours. This is new to me, Gavin. I don't think I've seen this in your style guide. Yes, true. I remember that part. All right. And you have your color setting good. Okay, this is good for your tone. Papyrus, maybe, if it's pirate-like. Lamont. Nice, clean. These colors work well together. I like the way you have your voice and your style. Nice and simple. Okay, good job. Nice, clean title, Samantha. Great. Love these. Beautiful. Works well. Good job. Nice, clean. You know, this space isn't just space, right? It takes up a lot of weight here because of where that's placed. Okay, I do like these a lot. Make sure that the brand that we're allowed to use them. Okay, modern and unique it is. Okay, Brittany. Very true to you, very true to your style here. Pretty much anything that people cringe at. Just the cringe-worthy site. Good job. Emmanuel. Okay. Real Deal Taco here. You've got icons and things. Nice. Of course, you'll want one for your portfolio. Very clean. Good job, Emmanuel. Lakeisha. Beautiful. These are the colors right here. So we want to bring that out a little more. Okay. Good. Good concept and mission. Okay, Kadar. Clean, nice. Very bright, cheerful. What do you say about your tone here? Okay. That's something that we'll want to figure out. All right. Okay. All right, so this is the same one. This is what you're doing it for. Okay. All right, everybody. So now what we'll do is we will take a look at your portfolios, see how close we got to this, all right? Okay, everybody, now we get a chance to see just how close our style guide came to our site, or if our site matched that. And I can remember some of the great colors, the pinks and things that were in this style guide and the reference to bees. This might use a little pink in it. You know, you can be creative. I think that bringing some of these colors, greens, purples, and pinks into these images will help you. The sports is a little less connected there. This is very connected. Nice spacing, good use of color. Okay. I think these may need to be updated. Okay. Concept, very good. Let's take your address off. I personally am not a fan of putting phone numbers. I rather them email me, and then those people that I can go through, I can give them a phone number. But otherwise, I would tend to hold back on that. Okay. Okay. All right. So for this assignment, you were to create just the skeleton of what you needed to, so that you would be working on it later as time went on. And you want to make sure that we try not to have a single word by itself. I'm not sure the hi needs to be way up here. I think I would either say hi with the lowercase m. I think that's probably what I would do, or remove it. Okay. The color is good. This could be a little bigger, I think. And I think this font could be maybe maybe a sans serif, or maybe this isn't where that goes, and maybe we have a little more space here, and then this is a little bigger. You can try that out. We have your social media in a couple of places. It's all right to have it up here. Let's see. Okay. I would allow more padding here, and I would have left alignment here. Okay. All right. This is nice. Left align. Try to have at least 2 words here. Okay. Good. So maybe this is about the size you want up here. Something about this needs to be a little more, I think a little larger for the hierarchy, a little easier to blend and read. Great photo. It may need to reduce in size a little bit. It's a little artifacts in places, not quite the resolution you want. Let's have a little padding here. Okay, but otherwise, this is looking good. Everyone just wants to watch, you know, how they're managing their fonts. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Very nice. Interesting way to have put that. I guess I would align these and probably make them the same size. You might have to wrap it, or you might have to make that smaller to make these the same. Okay. All right. Okay, that's a little close when it comes in, and this is all caps, so make sure that you're, consistent with that. Little spacey here, need a little less there. A little more space between these 2 columns. Okay. Okay. All right. Good job. I want to look at your mobile. You're not required to have that this month. You will as you move further down. I want to see something. You see how that separates nicely, and this is larger? That actually is working, although this is a little small. On your mobile, it's going to look very small. So everyone can take a look at this. on theirs, because you will ultimately be responsible for your mobile site. But good job. Let's see what else we have. All right. Okay. We need some navigation here. I guess I get a choice. I see. Might need a little bit of, I like this idea. You might need a little bit of an instruction. You say, so how do I get back if I want to? Well, you're telling me I have a choice, and I think that's awesome. May need a little more explanation of how to select. This looks great as an overall form. However, this font, all caps, is really hard to read. It's popular, but it's hard to read. So just keep that in mind. That's a choice. Ooh, there's a drop-down menu. It's not covering anything, so technically it's okay. I think you might be able to consolidate some of these into design, editing, and animation, you know, things like that. And then on these pages, go into the specifics. Okay, but I think you can break that down into probably 4, different types. But it's really great, and I tell you, I just love that you give me this choice. I really do. I don't think anyone has done that. So you're very much aware of contrast because you had to do that. When I make these selections, either these styles or pages are really photo heavy and aren't loading, or they're not complete. If they're not complete, then you, with examples, then you probably just want to make one service page if you're just talking about that, okay? Because that's what they want to do, is see it, right? Otherwise, disable those. But it's a skeleton, and it's your draft, and couldn't be happier with it. You definitely stayed close to your style guide as well. Nice work. Slightly creative. Let's make this a little bigger, okay? In fact, much bigger, so we can read it. Okay. All right. So I see the portfolio before I see who you are. So we want to see the who am I first. Okay, so we know what we're looking for. This tells us about you. We want to know right away what it is you're providing. You're saying slightly creative. That sounds like a company name, and that's cool. We just want a very clear idea of what it is you're offering. Okay. All right. Really important. Okay. So product photography. If this is the case, this is really going to be on your front page. Okay. Make sure you cover up Minolta, because we can't use brand names. That would be, you know, go into Photoshop and get rid of that. It's all because of intellectual property. And you'll have an intellectual property class as well that will teach you more about that. All right. This is a little off-brand. Okay. You want to check that out a little bit. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So you're going to make sure you have all of your images and just rearrange this for yourself. Make this bigger. All right? Good job. All right. Okay. Little bit of space here we want to take care of. Bring this down a little. Not sure you need this welcome. I think it is a different font than this. And I think maybe a sans serif would go well here. You could even try your pink and blue here if you wanted to. Okay, lovely. Okay, we need to have grids here so that we're not as lopsided here. Maybe it's this that comes out and this goes up and this comes up. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I think a image that is more in focus with a brighter shirt. Okay, a white background maybe, or blue, but something that would pick up this, and maybe a blouse that is green or blue or purple or pink. This a little bigger. Okay. A little more space. Okay, padding right here. Not sure that's necessary, the background on this. Okay. All right. Not crazy about the oval or the round here. So I would, you've got some time to get a new profile shot. I would do that. And it's okay to have round, but also try a rectangle. And definitely, rather than these warm colors, go towards a very cool color, okay? Something a little colder. Okay, so we don't need this because you can just say work. Okay, we can break that down. Probably just say projects. We've got a couple more fonts going on, so we want to reduce fonts. Bring this up. This might be at the top. Okay, just we have two images, two things here, so we don't need to have so much scrolling, right? We want to get in and immediately get our information above the scroll. All right. Okay, so this you can disable, all right, and bring those over or put contact. Okay, a contact page would be good there. All right, good job. All right, I like this concept of thinking about the user's perspective. Very nice. Okay. There's quite a bit of scrolling, but it's laid out nicely. And if that's the case, it's amazing what we'll do. There's a site called the Windows of New York, and I can scroll through it forever because it's well designed. But typically what we want to do is make sure that we get all of our information above the scroll. So I'm wondering if this needs to be a little smaller, although it's interesting. And it's a cool shot. Looks like something out of the 70s. Okay, so if I click this, am I going to get a video logo? Awesome. All right, definitely stuck to your brand. Everything's laid out in a grid. Infographics too. Love it. And I am certain these are all yours. So couldn't be happier. And the Deerhead Barbershop from Graphic Design. This needs to be clearer, either in Illustrator or something. We can't have that always for logos. Logos always have to be created in Illustrator, right? So they should always be clean. Very awesome. Okay. Now I'm just looking out of interest. Smart. Okay. All right, saw that. Okay. Put this at the top. It's a little stronger. Color's good. Okay, let's make sure. Yes. And you can have a page, it can be a drop down that actually has your content here, because a lot of people won't download that, but you can make this on your site so that it will be searchable for search engines. You put your Adobe skills, all of that, so that search engines can find you in that way when they're searching for that. But terrific. Good job. Love it. All the way around. Nice job. So, but these aren't your images, are they? Oh, okay. Disable the blog page until you have content. Find out if you're able to use these. Okay. All right, and they go to your sites. And I'm certain that this branding is carried over through your site. Excellent job. Perfectly consistent. Great colors. Great layout. Nice work. Okay. Lindsay. Wonder if we should split that with a hyphen. If it's hyphenated, then yes. Okay. This logo, close this in a little bit and make it larger for sure. I don't think you need the welcome here. You can put company name here. Make sure you have, okay, disable the blog until you have content. Good, let's left align this. And soon, well, in about a year, you'll take off this student and put graduate. Okay. Really liked this. Okay, this, maybe recenter that in a different way. Okay. And so, all right, let's, okay. Eventually, you'll probably take off your student email, okay? All right. It's lovely, and you are consistent with your style. Just keep working. Okay, Lamont. Good. It's a good image, and this isn't, doesn't look like you have to do much to it, really. Okay. Hard to read when we outline like this. Better to just crop this image, move it over, and have this on a solid. Okay. Pretty much the same here, just the outlining is hard to read. It's distracting a little bit. So we have a lot going on. Reduce this to half of that. Let this be your logo if you want, but if that's the case, we should probably put it above or to the side, like maybe these aren't as prominent. Usually the logo will go over there. So let's move these to the bottom. I think would be a good place for that. All right. Otherwise, you are really onto a great start there. I don't see a form, so you know that's something that will have to happen there. But great start. All right. Okay. All right, Brittany. I love it. I think we need to work on this being able to show up. The contrast isn't quite high enough, and I'll let you decide how you want to do that. I think you can come up with that. A little more padding there. Little hard to read these combination of colors. Okay, let's left align and work on the contrast there and the weight. Okay, these are working well for you. Yeah, you're being consistent with your style, and I really like that. Okay, let's bring this up to here or over to here. Okay. All right. Really hard to read, and it's vibrating a little bit. That's the color combination. Glad that you have these here. They are searchable in that respect. Still need a navigation somewhere to pull us through. All right, but good job. Hey, Wes, congratulations again. on your video award. Okay, might want to bring this up just a little bit so we can get into that. It does tell us what you do, and that's cool. Storyteller, nice. This could be a little larger, right? So we can make that out. Yeah, you might want to push this in the reds a little bit. Okay, nice. Let's left align this. And good, simple. Okay, I want to bring all this up. It's about here. There's a lot of headroom here, so let's bring that up. Crop it a little more. I would Photoshop this out. Okay. And I would break some of these up into about 3 paragraphs. You might have to edit a little and bring those up. So your reel, okay, good. That's starting there, there, there. Okay, looking forward to seeing the rest of that. This image needs to be optimized so that it loads a little quicker. And now we're on another site. So we've got different navigation. So we want to make sure that we've got that cleaned up a little bit, all right? Okay. Now, and this is why, so now I have to click to go back. Well, there you are. Photography. Okay. Words. Okay. Let's reduce this so that it's a little more sharp, a little more in focus. All good. Okay. I'd work on the color and contrast of these images. Let's see. Okay. We want to get into this content quicker. Okay, above the scroll, when we tell them something's going to be somewhere, we want it to be there for them when they click. Okay, good shot. You probably do need your phone number if you are using this site already. And the blog. Okay, this is your student blog, so I would disable this. All right, all right, all right. Great start. Okay. Very cool. There is a bit of scrolling. Okay. All right. Very cool. Might need a little less space there, maybe a line, maybe a little line there. Okay. It's a good photo, you know. You could probably Photoshop this just a little bit slightly right here. Could be a little sharper, but all in all, it's a good profile. This is better at this size, but not cropped quite so much because of this. Close up some of your gaps here. Okay. All right. And just keep working with those. Thought-provoking. Okay. All right. Good job. Just want to get in a little closer to the content. Not even sure you need this if you have this, okay? You can refer to it in your text, but maybe you need to bring this up a little, okay? So we can get into the content. This is terrific. All right. Good job. Gavin. Okay, let's make sure that the contrast is stronger here. And remember your, and same here, this hasn't changed, so let's left align and simplify, change this, okay. Check your style guide, okay. I think red and blue, I think kind of a comic look would be fine for you, even if it's a comic salmon and green, all right. But let's move through that. And of course, this needs to be disabled until you have some articles, all right? Okay. You have some of your work here. I would put these in a style guide. I'm sorry, in a mock-up, so that you don't have to have them in this window. You can put this on a mock-up of a computer screen, a desktop, and this could be also a desktop or a tablet or print material, but that would be helpful for you. A little more space between these columns. Okay. I just thought about something kind of fun, and that would be that this picture of you is also on your shirt, and then on that shirt, kind of an infinity image. I like this, Manny. Let's make sure this isn't by itself. Ordinarily, I would say less headroom, but there's something special about this. There's something in the simplicity. I like it. Okay. We need a navigation. Even though it's simple, we need a navigation, and we need to use mock-ups for this, I think, or simplify it. If this is going to be your brand, I think it should be. These should be your colors for your personal brand. And then bring this up. We don't yet know what you do. Designing web pages and great clips. Okay, barbershop. If you're going to say you're a designer, graphic designer, then let's see some design work here, but not, let's not see the interface, okay? Not this time. And think about that color that you could be using. All right, Bruce. Okay. I think we just need to, let's update this. We need to get this to your site that will be branded. And I think, obviously this needs to come out. I wouldn't use this background. It's highly recognizable. And I think these icons aren't necessary. Let's go to fontjoy.com and check out fonts and stick to 2 of them. These are looking a little bit like a slideshow. So yeah, we've got some design thinking to be done here. Okay? All right. All right, everybody. Thank you, and I hope that you can see the connections and importance of your style guide as it relates to building websites, and that you'll remember to always produce those for your client and that is where you will see how those things come together. And I hope your strategy worked for you too, in helping you to collect the files and things that you needed to, gather and build your sites. All right? Good job, everybody.